Let me be straight with you. Most men think that getting with a lot of women means they've won. But what they don't realize is that women aren't the reward. The understanding of female nature is. After years of dating, watching patterns, and seeing what really works, I realized something that changed everything for me. Attraction isn't random, and it isn't about looks, money, or game. It's about energy. Your energy as a man either grounds her or confuses her. It either makes her feel something she can't control or nothing at all. So I want to give you the real lessons. The things I learned not from books or courses, but from experience. And if you can absorb this, you won't just get more women. You'll start to move different in life, in relationships, in power. Point 1. Women feel first, then justify later. Here's the first truth I learned that most men never do. Women don't think their way into attraction, they feel it, and they'll rationalize it after the fact. She might say she wants a nice guy, but when the moment comes, she chooses the man that makes her feel something deep. Excitement, tension, curiosity. That means your logic won't win her over. Explaining how good you are or why you treat her right doesn't matter if she doesn't feel that spark. The lesson: stop trying to convince her with words. Start creating emotions with your presence. That's what she remembers. That's what she chases. Point 2. High interest is always effortless. If you're constantly guessing how she feels, let me save you time. She's not that into you. I learned this the hard way. The girls who actually wanted me, I never had to overthink. They texted first. They made plans. They flirted openly. Because here's the truth. High interest is loud, not quiet. When a woman wants you, it's obvious. When she doesn't, it's confusing. So the moment things start to feel unclear or inconsistent, pull back. Your time is too valuable to be wasted decoding signals. Real attraction moves in a straight line, not in circles. Point 3. Female loyalty is emotional, not logical. One of the harshest truths I've learned: women are loyal to how you make them feel, not to what you've done for them. You can provide, protect, be the nicest guy alive, but if she no longer feels emotionally connected to you, she'll drift, even if you never did anything wrong. And that's not because she's evil, it's because feminine loyalty is tied to emotion, not obligation. That's why so many guys get blindsided. They were showing up, but not showing up in a way that stirred her emotionally. So remember, if the emotional bond dies, so does her loyalty. Keep the connection alive, or detach before it crumbles. Point 4. The strongest frame always wins. In every dynamic, especially with women, someone is leading the energy. And early on, I realized that when I gave up that lead, even subtly, I lost her interest. The man who controls the frame isn't the loudest. He's the one who stays centered. He doesn't chase her approval. He invites her into his world, and if she resists or tests, he doesn't fold. That silent control, that grounded energy, that's what women melt into. The moment she senses that your emotions are tied to her reactions, she's out. So hold the frame, calmly, confidently, always. Point 5. Masculine calmness creates feminine submission. You want to know when she starts submitting to you, not when you impress her, but when she can feel your stillness. Women are emotional, and that's not a bad thing, but it means their nervous system is scanning for grounding. If you can't hold space for her emotions, she won't trust you. If you get reactive, jealous, needy, she'll feel unsafe. But when you're calm, unshaken, and still smiling in the storm, she lets go, she leans in, she softens. Because in your masculine calm, she finds freedom. Point 6. Authenticity cuts through every defense. You can fake charm, you can fake confidence, but what you can't fake, and what she always senses, is authenticity. Early on, I tried to play a character. I tried to be what I thought women wanted. But the second I started speaking with truth, with depth, with self-respect, things changed. Women responded differently. Because women don't trust perfection, they trust realness. So don't hide your edge. Don't dumb yourself down. Don't act cool. Be real. And when you're real, she can finally feel something real too. Point 7. The room feels you before you speak. You walk into a room, before you even say a word, she already knows who you are. That's energy. That's presence. Your walk, your eyes, your posture, your stillness, it all speaks. And if you're unsure of yourself, If you're disconnected inside, she feels that. What changed my game wasn't lines or strategies, it was energy. I started walking like I belonged everywhere, not in an arrogant way, just rooted in the quiet belief that I bring value by being me. That alone made me stand out more than anything I said. Point 8. Real seduction happens in the space between words. You don't need to talk your way into attraction. In fact, the most seductive moments, they happen in silence, in tension. It's the pause before you respond, the way you look at her and hold eye contact, the space you leave for her to feel your energy. That's what creates pull. Because women aren't turned on by what you say, they're turned on by how you make them feel while saying it. So slow down, speak less, feel more. Let your presence fill the room instead of your words. Point 9. A woman will mirror the way you treat yourself. Here's the law. She will only value you to the degree that you value yourself. When I had low standards for myself, she followed that lead. But the moment I started eating better, dressing sharper, raising my energy, protecting my peace, she started treating me differently. You want her respect? Start with your reflection. What you tolerate, how you speak about yourself, how you carry yourself, that's the energy she mirrors. If you treat yourself like the prize, she has no choice but to treat you the same. Point 10. Your growth will either attract her or expose her. This is the most important one. When you start evolving, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you'll notice something. The right women rise with you. The wrong ones, they start pulling away, not because they're bad people, but because your growth exposes their stagnancy. Some women only like the version of you they could control, predict, or keep small. So when you become more grounded, more confident, more powerful, they'll either be drawn in deeper or disappear, and either way, you win. The truth is, being a playboy might teach you how to get women, but learning female nature, that teaches you how to stop needing them, and that's where real freedom begins. When you stop chasing and start observing, when you stop reacting and start choosing. If this spoke to you, comment below, I move different now. Because the game doesn't change when you get more women. It changes when you realize you never needed to play it at all.